and I don't think I'm camera shy anymore. But yeah, it's certainly been amazing to see how you've grown as well in terms of the interaction, massive interaction, and what you said just now, thanking everyone else. That really is a huge confidence booster, knowing that first of all you want to be here, which is obviously your choice to be here, but secondly that people are just very positive. It means so much to be able to talk to people and know that they appreciate the effort and everything goes in. And I mean, you've learned that as well firsthand, which is a very special thing.
It's amazing. From just day one, it's just been amazing. You guys have been amazing out there.
Yeah. So I mean, if you can say one or two more things, just maybe goodbye or whatever.
Right,
I want to quickly run up. I want to grab something in my room that I just thought of, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to close off for us. So,
all right, copy that. And speaking of insects, the beetle just landed on my finger right there. But yeah, it's always a lot of fun being out there. I am looking forward to being back on the camera a little bit, because it is a little bit different sitting in the final control, watching stuff on the monitors compared to actually being out there and looking at some of it live. Like today, it was amazing seeing the leopards. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to, hopefully they're still around, is the hyena den has been really a lot of fun and amazing. That's neat to go out there and actually see the little young pups out there and just the hyenas themselves. I do enjoy the hyenas. That's one of the species I do love. I know some people might not think they're the prettiest, but they still respect them. They are a lot of fun. And yeah, once again, I'm just trying to think of things to say, as I've been chatting all week, as you might have known, but that's quite all right. It's a lot of fun. Looks like Peter's back with some stuff. Okay, yeah.
If it works, I'm going to see that. That's just something to...
And also, it seems like, luckily the camera's in a good position, but as you've heard the story all throughout the week, we've had little bits of rain here and there that we've been on standby for some of the drives, and getting it to where I'm feeling a few drops now, and that's been the main question of the week is it going to rain today, or do you think there's going to be rain today? But
it feels like there might be rain just now.
Yeah, there is, and there's a few drops right now.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to try and do something with this quickly. And then, like Simon said, the actual rain is coming. So I think Rex will come out this side again. Simon's going to find a control again. And we're playing a bit of musical chairs.
Yeah, just fun musical chairs in the bush.
Cool, man.
All right.
That's Simon. Now, there's a couple of things I was going to quickly mention, and not to make it too long for you. But this should still be in workable condition. And Rex, are you coming out this side? Two things. One is the small thing is that after Simon was talking just now about being camera shy. Now, many of you might think I'm joking. People often literally laugh at me when I tell them that I am innately a shy person, and certainly were camera shy until not too long ago. And along that time, obviously, a lot of those things disappear, and you get more used to it, and you guys play a big role in it. And something I spoke about many fireside chats ago, probably 2-3 months ago, was Facebook. And today I did something that I've been thinking about for quite a while, and basically I've started accepting many of you that have approached me on Facebook or sort of asked about it onto that. It's obviously a very personal space, and something that I have to think about for quite a while. Not because I don't trust you. Obviously I trust you very much. I've said that many times before. But just because over time it could be more and more people. So it's something I'm quite excited about. Actually, once I did it, it was a really nice feeling. Now again, this ties into everything we do, I think, in terms of how we do it. You know, the wildlife we see and how we see it is something very special. This afternoon was a brilliant experience. Again, this was an afternoon game drive that I'll remember for a long time for many reasons. And it sort of all ties into that. It's really something in many ways, I think, new. The relationship that we're developing. I certainly can feel it. I know that you can. Rexon and Graham and Simon, that's been here for a while now, and everyone else that will get involved over time, will see that more and more. So it's something I just want to mention, and again, thank you very much. I mean, the level of trust it takes for someone, especially like me, who's a very private person, to do that is something that really just reflects for me how much you guys mean to us as well. So yeah, that's something that's going to be interesting. See what happens on that. Why I ran off just now, it's something I literally just sort of, I thought about it the other day, and then I didn't know when to mention it and when not to again and so on. But I'm going to give you a very quick, I'll try and make it quick so it won't be a perfectly neat one, but obviously you can see I'm playing here with bark. Now this is still bark that I picked, you don't pick bark I guess, that I stripped the other day when that big elephant bull pushed over one of the large acacias there close to where we were looking for Karula tonight. And I got a whole bunch of it because it was just such a perfect opportunity. You know, you can, if you were in a survival situation, you can go out and get bark from trees, you know, by chopping it using a machete or a knife or something. But I don't like to do that generally. Ideally, I like to wait until there's bark naturally available. And obviously, the best way for that is when elephants push a tree over, like in this case. So I collected a whole bunch of it. And I'm going to make a very quick rope. Like I said, if you spend a bit of time on it, it tends to be much neater. But I'm going to make it for a reason. I'm going to try and tell you a story while I do it, if I can. This is a bit of a flat piece. It's a bit harder to roll. But obviously making rope has been something hugely important. The other day I was looking at a program on a very remote part of sort of northwestern Australia, not too far to the west from Darwin, where people were making these beautiful baskets that they've been making for years using specific aerial roots from a kind of, not a tree that I specifically know, like a mangrove type of tree, fig tree-ish looking. And they make these beautiful baskets, and they go out all over the world now, and the people live very traditional lifestyle, which was very beautiful to see. Generally speaking, when I've been fortunate enough to go into remoter parts of Africa, the traditional lifestyles I've seen tend to have very happy people, which is something I've always looked at in both from interest but also just from an experience point of view. It is a phenomenal thing to work and be around happy people, even if you don't know them, and if you know them, obviously even more so. And again, as we mentioned just now, the fact that you guys are such a positive audience is such a formal word for me. Friends, viewers, guests, whichever of those you feel comfortable in, is something that is hugely popular, or not popular, it's usually positive for us. It means the fact that tonight we can just be 3 people in the whole camp, and we can run around and play around, and I feel like you're still watching. I don't know, maybe we watch that screen now and there's 2 people watching. But it means a lot when people are happy. That's what I'm getting to before I ramble off too far. Now what I'm making here is the way that people have been making rope for ages. I was actually watching these people, Aboriginal people, making these baskets, and they were making it in exactly the same way, except they weren't rolling it on a pair of jeans. They were rolling it straight on their legs, which I've tried before. I've got quite hairy legs. It's very painful, so I've stopped doing that. But we spoke about the Christmas event last Sunday, and I know that that's going very well. Thank you so much for everyone that is involved and has been involved and will be involved with it already. And something that sort of popped up, and Graham mentioned as well, and it's something I thought of as well, and also a couple of our viewers and friends and guests and audience, whichever one of those again fits for you, asked about it. A while back I made these bracelets. Every now and again I braid this rope, and to do a quick thing, I'm sure Rexon will give you a different view, so I'll try and just show it a bit better, is obviously making it, it's not that long. If you have the right bark, it's often the hardest part of making good rope, is getting the correct bark. And it's a fairly interesting way. All you do is you basically create a bit of kinetic energy, I guess is maybe the right word, I could be wrong, but you basically create tension in the bark, and then when you let that tension go, it naturally twists into this beautiful rope shape. Now, to bring that back to happy people and to Christmas, is the wee angels, which many of you that are watching at the moment are part of the wee angels already. Some of you might know what it is, and some of you might not know. Those are people that have been involved previously with a beautiful project that really brought a lot of smiles to Rexon's face, for instance. You can change battery quickly, Rex. Rex is just going to quickly change the battery. Maybe I'm talking too long.